sometime later in the investigation. But for the moment, of course, the focus will be on ensuring that they put complete priority on Sameer Wankhede. Wankhede is fighting this out on multiple fronts, legally trying to suggest that he has enough evidence right now to counter this claim that he attempted to extort Shah Rukh Khan and his family. But from these WhatsApp chats, was very clear that Shah Rukh Khan was desperate for some clarity, desperate for some relief for his son Aryan Khan, and thereby turned to Sameer Wankhede for some relief. And if you look at really the kind of WhatsApp chats that are exchanged, Sahil, you've got long messages from Shah Rukh Khan, emotional ones, where he even appeals to Sameer Wankhede saying, father to father, let's talk about this. One-line replies from Sameer Wankhede, and it's clear the two also had conversations, because there are several points in which Shah Rukh Khan says, may I call you, to which Wankhede says, yes, please call.
Yeah, so it clearly looks like that he was in touch with Shah Rukh Khan at that particular time, and that is what is the point he's trying to make. Now, the judge is asking the CBI that what took you so long to register this particular FIR? All this happened in 2021. The Vigilance Committee report, vigilance inquiry was started in October 2021. That is in the same month. They submitted the report immediately. The charge sheet was filed. In the charge sheet, NCB gave a clean sheet to Aryan Khan. What took you so long to register this particular FIR, and now you are moving forward with a arrest? You are not making a statement that why it took you so long to register a particular case. Also, you are not answering that you will not make an arrest if he appears in the court, etc., etc. The CBI refuses that they will not make any statement that he will never be arrested. They are saying that they are not in a hurry to arrest, but they will not make a blanket statement that he will not be arrested. Now the CBI says that 4 months starts after the approval given by the government. That means they got the approval on the 11th of May is what the CBI is trying to say. The government gave them an approval, and after that CBI decided to go forward and register this particular FIR. So this is going to be the crucial thing, because the High Court is repeatedly asking CBI that the Vigilance Committee report came in 21, but despite that CBI took such a long time to register an FIR. The CBI says that they were waiting for the government approval because he's a IRS officer, he's a government officer, he's a UPSC cadre officer, and that is the reason why they waited the approval by the government. The government gave an approval, and after that now finally they have gone ahead and registered this particular case.
Okay, so big developments, and what's playing out right now in Mumbai with this moving on in the courts, the FIR that's come to the fore, and now these WhatsApp chats. This is a crime thriller that's playing out live on your television screens as more and more revelations come in on exactly what happened in October 2021 that led to the arrest and subsequent release of Aryan Khan. There's an extortion case, there's a drug case, and of course a superstar angle that's unmissable in this particular case. But if you see those WhatsApp chats, it's clear that this is Shah Rukh Khan, the father, who's pleading with Sameer Wankhede. He doesn't use his star power. He doesn't, use any of the superstar airs, but very clearly, desperate for some relief for Aryan Khan, reaches out to Sameer Wankhede. Says, father to father, please provide him some relief. Don't treat him like a hardened criminal. During this holiday season, it will break him if he is inside jail. And there are some points in this conversation. We have all of the screenshots which we're trying to also reflect on our screens. You can see that Shah Rukh Khan says, I know it's late in the night, but I'm unable to sleep. As you could expect, I'm a very worried father right now. And there are chats, like as I said, he says it's a father-to-father request. I love my children. Shah Rukh also in some parts of these messages refers to vested people, saying my son is paying the price for vested people. He refers to seemingly Nawab Malik, when he says, anyone who's taking you on, I promise you, I'm a man of my word. I will do everything I can within my power to tell them to retract their statements. And there you have Shah Rukh saying, Sameer bhai, in several parts he says, Sameer Sahib, please don't let my faith break in the system. He refers to Sameer Wankhede as an upright officer, and all of that very clearly, Sahil, in a desperate bid to ensure relief for his son Aryan Khan. So if there are bits and pieces that Sameer Wankhede has shared there, in which Shah Rukh Khan is praising Sameer Wankhede, essentially calling him an upright officer, saying I have faith in the system, whenever I meet you I want to hug you, it's all clearly in the premise of him being a worried father.
Well, of course, that is what one can clearly see in the chat, looking at the date. If you corroborate the date, the time at which these particular chats are happening, But Samir Wankhede is trying to use these chats to show that Shah Rukh Khan never had any problem, and that's what his lawyer also said in the court, that the accused and accused father said in the affidavit that there is no complaint. But despite that, the vigilance found him guilty, and then made an allegations, and finally after 2 years, after almost a year, now finally what we can see is that the CBI registered a case. Now the CBI is trying to say that they were waiting for the government's approval, and the government gave an approval, and only after that they have come forward and registered an FIR. Now Samir Wankhede's lawyers are claiming that it's bad in law and should be looked at that way, and that is what is going on in the court at this point of time. Now judge is asking Samir Wankhede's lawyer is that if the procedure is not followed, doesn't mean you won't cooperate. Samir Wankhede says that we are ready to cooperate and the investigation will go on. That means, the judges are trying to understand that what exactly they should think of, because they first asked CBI that what took you so long to register the case. The CBI says they were waiting for the government approval is because Samir Wankhede is an IRS officer, Indian Revenue Service officer. He is a UPSC cadre officer, and that's why they need the approval from the central government. Finally, they got the approval, they registered an FIR. Samir Wankhede's lawyers claim that it's bad in law that it took so much of time for them to register the case. They should have given the approval, because if they wanted to pursue the case, because the vigilance report came immediately after, within few months of the case, but despite that, they waited for almost 1.5 years. Now the judges are saying that does not mean that you should not cooperate in the case, and that's what is going on in the court at this point of time.
Okay, so we're tracking, of course, what's playing out in the court right now, where that hearing is currently underway. This particular WhatsApp chat has also been referred to. Divyesh, can you tell us really in what context these WhatsApp chats have already been referred to in court by Samir Wankhede's legal team?
Well, as of now, regarding the chats, the lawyers haven't spoken about the chats, but they are talking. The lawyer appearing for Samir Wankhede is talking about the departmental procedures, the government procedure for prosecution, and why the inquiry committee took beyond 4 months to carry out the probe. Why was the FIR by CBI delayed in such a manner? And to which CBI has said that they were waiting for pending approval from the government to register the FIR, after which they have registered the FIR. As of now, Rizwan Merchant has informed the court that it was not a departmental inquiry, it was a special investigation. CBI to that has replied that private person was allowed with the accused. So here they are going back to the 2021 incident. They are obviously considering what happened on 2nd of October 2021 when Aryan Khan was detained and then later arrested on 3rd of October. Judge also tells Rizwan Merchant, who is appearing for Samir Wankhede, that if procedure is not followed, doesn't mean you won't cooperate. To which Rizwan Merchant has said that we are ready to cooperate. So as of now, the discussion, the argument in court is over procedure. The procedural lapses that were found, or the procedure for conducting inquiry, procedure for conducting inquiry against a government officer, a government servant, the sanction, the approval from government for registration of FIR. Both parties, CBI has stated why they were delayed in registration of FIR, while Rizwan Merchant has been taking up the issue of why the FIR was delayed, why the FIR was filed after a period of 4 months.